Hi, my name is Alex Lawson, and I realized something just now while I was laying in bed, and who knows, maybe other people can relate. I am 100% average. I just started looking back at my life and I realized there is nothing that has happened that I can look and say, wow, I was great in that. It's kind of strange. Like everything that's happened has been average. Yes, sure, I'm an Eagle Scout and I have a black belt in martial arts that I got when I was 11, but I don't really consider those great. But everything is just average. I mean, I trick myself into thinking that, yeah, I'm great at football and all this, but obviously I'm not great, or else things would have happened a little differently. I mean, I'm playing semi pro football and a lot of stuff's happened with that, but nothing with football has ever been great. Like people always tell me, "Oh yeah, Alex, you're great. You're a good player," but I've never heard it from a coach. I've never heard a coach say, "Alex, you're great. You're going to go far with this." When I played soccer, same thing. I was always average. I never stood out. I never killed it. I just was average. I was good enough to be on the team, good enough to keep myself there, but not great. Um, Myself, just my looks. Like I have a little bit of muscle ish, but it's not great because I still got a little flab. Like my body is average. There's nothing that I can think of that is great. Just that one little bit that says, Alex, ooh, you're great in that. I mean, I take school. I'm average. Never been top of the class where people can say, wow, Alex is super smart. But at the same time, people aren't sitting there saying, oh, Alex, he's just a dummy. He doesn't know anything. Average with work. I've always just been there. Never the best. Oh, look at Alex. You can tell he's the best, strongest, smartest, hardest worker. But at the same time, you don't ever hear people say, "Oh, Alex, you're lazy. Oh, he's just a horrible worker, awful." And I just don't understand why. I put so much time and so much effort into the things that I think matter, but everything that I have tried has just been average. I mean, even when it comes to relationships, they've all been just average. Like, I thought I was in love with a couple of them, and I thought they were great, but then they ended. And then I realized it was just average. It wasn't true love. It wasn't, the best, the greatest. And it's like, what does a guy have to do to be great? What does a guy have to do to have something great happen in my life? I mean, I'm sitting $6,000 in debt. I'm sitting here with medical bills out the butt because of my broken ankle. I'm sitting here, I don't even have my parents right now. They haven't spoken to me in 3 years. Why is it? Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like I can never get a break. I always feel like there's just something right after another that just keeps on happening, which brings the bar down. It's like, oh, maybe something's getting great. Nope, right back average. Even my looks, like, I feel like my looks are great. Obviously, everybody thinks they're, the hottest thing since whatever. But I know I'm just an average looking guy. Like, I'm good enough looking that I can get a girlfriend, but not enough to where it's the one I want, if that makes sense. Like, you see the girl, you're like, oh, I would love to be with that girl, but obviously I'm not good enough looking for her. Which brings it back to being average. And I think about that Boy Meets World episode, whatever, from a long time ago. I know, weird, that he was talking about just being average and how it's okay to be average, but it's like, I don't want to be average. There's even just one thing. If I could have one thing that I could look right now and say, wow, I am great at that, I would be happy about that. But there's nothing that I can think of that I am great at. Yeah, I think I'm a little funny. I can make people laugh, but I'm not hilarious. I'm decent whenever I play, Xbox or whatever. I'm decent, I'm average, but I'm not great. There's nothing that I can think of that's great in my life right now. And even my apartment, it's average. It's not great, but it's not horrible. There's a few bugs every once in a while, whatever, but it's not top of the line luxurious apartments. Is there anyone out there that can explain that? And I know people are going to say, oh, yeah, it's just your perception of thinking and whatever. But I've noticed it throughout my life. I'm 25 and I've noticed it. Like when I've played football, people, teammates and stuff, they'll say, oh, Alex, you were great. You were awesome. If only you could have gotten the ball more as a receiver. And it's like, yeah, why is that? I've never had a coach come up and say, oh, you need to work on this and you could be great. You could have a chance to be great. I've never had that. I've never had anybody take that extra time to help me become great. I've always had to push myself and try and keep myself positive and all this other stuff. I mean, I sit here day in and day out basically alone. Like, I have to text people and almost force them to talk to me. I don't know if maybe that's because I'm average. Maybe there's something with my personality. I don't know. I mean, I know I need a haircut, but I don't know. There's just nothing that sticks out, and I don't know why. I mean, even my smile, it's average. I have a couple chipped teeth, and I have one missing in the back, and it's not great, but it's not horrible. Like, you can't tell that there's a tooth missing. Like, yeah, it's average. Why is that? Is there anybody that can explain that? I would love to know. I would love for somebody to sit here and say, Alex, you were great in this. You were great in this. Or, Alex, you know what? You suck. You suck at this. You're awful at this. I've never been told that by like someone actually being serious. Of course, friends joke, oh yeah, you suck at that. No, I've never actually been told you're great, or you suck, or you're not good at this, or you're horrible. It's always just been kind of an unspoken thing where nobody really says it extra. Nobody says it. It's just, I'm there. I'm just another average face walking around. I don't really make an impact. I'm not like the biggest talker. I don't just run up in front of people going, hey guys, what's up? I don't go up to random girls, hey, what's up, girl? Hey, how you doing? Like, that's not who I am. And I'm starting to realize the more I talk about it, how average I really am. Wow. Like, just think about that. How average someone can be. And people are like, oh, you have to make yourself great. You have to do your own things great. But it's like, you can't become great alone. Every great athlete or every great person had someone there boosting them or gave them some kind of, okay, you're good at this. You know? A teacher, a coach, a parent, a friend, somebody that just says, Alex, you are great at this. Michael Jordan, you are great at playing basketball. Someone had to have said that to him whenever he was younger. But I don't know. I don't get it. I'd love to know, but I don't really ask these kind of things. I sit there by myself and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to ask somebody and go, what is it about me that's so wrong or so right? What is good? What is bad? What is me? But yet, I never ask. But it's like, who do you ask? Who do you ask these questions to? If you don't have anyone to ask. It's like, oh, hey, tell me what I'm great at. Tell me what I'm not great at. Exactly. I don't know. Just thought I would record my thoughts for the evening since I'm not sleeping, and this has been bugging me for quite a while. Who knows? Maybe somebody will have an answer for me one day. I don't know. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later, but we will see.